Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Hey guys.
Hello.
We're going this way.
The sea of reporters.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. You guys just talked to Sully?
Yeah.
Did you understand him?
Sometimes.
He's the best. He's the best.
So what's the appeal of the show for you and about each of you? And I also am curious why you think it's connected with people right away. The premiere is one thing because of the publicity all summer, but then it's the audience is staying.
Right. I don't know. I think it's... I know for me why I was drawn to it was, I mean, I love puzzles, and so it's basically just a person that's a treasure map, and you know, just sort of breaking it down in sort of the crudest terms. It's just a treasure map, and that's rad. But I think also, as the show goes on, and the writers are really trying to sort of give everybody, like bring everybody's personal stories and weaving that into the show. I think it's good, and it honestly, like I know people say this, but it does get better. I mean, I think we started at a good place, and I think we're all really working hard together to try to make something special and something different.
Yeah, I agree. The whole thing of puzzles, you know, I think people want to feel clever. People want to watch the show and figure stuff out for themselves and pat themselves on the back when they get it right, or not. Do you know what I mean? Because I think what keeps you there is going, I didn't see that, so I'm going to wait for the next one and see if I pick up anything else. You know, I certainly feel that way when the scripts come out, and before you know what it's leading to, trying to see if I can see what that is. The thrill of it, and just the fact that this woman's covered from head to toe. So there's so much mileage in it. You know, they might find an ant on her elbow, you know, that leads to something. This could go on forever, you know, basically.
So that's what you think attracts viewers to the show, the ongoing puzzle. What is it that attracted you guys specifically to your roles? Is there a particular thing that stood out to you when you read the scripts that made you decide that you want to work on this show?
I think it was the ambiguity in the character that I became aware of in the early process of talking about it. That I just felt she's just not one thing. And for me, that's very interesting, you know, to play somebody that has a little, got something going on, you know. And yeah, that was basically it.
I mean, I've never played a character like this before, so I think that was one thing I wanted to try. And I think sometimes as an actor, you like doing things that kind of make you a little nervous or feel like a challenge. And but also, I just really liked the script and the story, and I'm glad they cast me in it.
With Mayfair, and we saw last week with her sort of allegiance, there's a little shady things going on. Are we going to see more of that? And is it possible that other people from the team are also maybe...
Everything's possible. Yeah. We will see more of that.
And just sort of manipulating Jane a little bit?
You may see some of that. It's so frustrating. I want to tell you.
It's very similar to your experience with Broadchurch.
Not really. That was... Yeah, that was... I mean, I knew who she was from the very beginning with Broadchurch. So, you know, there were no surprises. But with this, it's like she's evolving and changing, and new things are being revealed all the time, which is different.
What's been the most surprising aspect of your character so far?
So far, God, this is so frustrating. I cannot tell you.
Yeah.
I can't.
Try.
I can answer that one, but I'm not allowed to.
About her character or yours?
About her character.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you a few things
Are you
about her,
present?
but I'm not going to. Yeah. But there are surprises, you know, and you just have to roll with it.
Episodic television, of course, directors come and go all the time. I'm just curious, on a show like this, do you feel the directors are bringing anything special to the mix on a week-to-week basis?
I think the style has pretty much been set up. So it's going to look a particular way and stay that way. But they bring their styles in, and you know that's also interesting because although you feel like a director would come in and his pace would be much slower than the director you had before, but then you'll watch the episode and it will look the same. So they keep that. What changes is the way they deal with us, you know, and that's it's. What is it? It's interesting.
They all definitely have different styles, which is fun because in terms of how they sort of interact with us, and like how that can sort of bring out a different performance, or the tone may feel a little bit different depending on who it is. But it's kind of fun that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess in post-production you do what you said, which is shape it to be like the other episodes.
Yeah.
How do you feel with the shows?
Great. About the actions.
Oh yeah, I think they look good, man. Yeah, they do. No, they're very good. They're convincing, aren't they?
Hold on.
I'll look after you.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, they are good. I think they're really good. I should talk about the character.
That's what I just said.
Yes, please. Oh, yes.
She's kidnapped.
We will not tell her.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we will not tell.
Yeah.
Secret safe here.
All right, guys. Continuing on the theme of the set, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite on-camera moment, like your favorite scene you've shot so far? And then also a second part. Do you guys have a favorite off-camera moment, like a fun part of working on the show?
All right, I will tell you a scene that you've seen because I can't tell you about the scenes that you haven't. I really enjoyed doing the scene with Carter, who comes in at the end of the last episode. And because there's so much that's going on that's not revealed, but there was all this tension, and I loved to play. He's a great actor, and I really enjoyed doing that scene.
How about off camera, like a fun experience?
We have fun all the time. We're always laughing at something, you know. They laugh at me because I have some ridiculously high-heeled shoes on, because I don't want to stand on an apple box. So that gets a lot of laughter.
We have a lot of fun offset. We all eat a lot. So
Some more than
others. Yeah, but it's a good group. You know, we have such a great time.
Ashley, did you have
Do you have a favorite on-camera moment, favorite scene you've shot?
I did love that scene with them. A lot of the times it's not stuff that I'm in, but there is something that we just shot for episode 8 or 7. I think it was 8 that I really loved. It was like a whole.
Can you give us a hint?
No.
I don't think if I can give you a hint without giving anything away.
Do you make it into a riddle?
How will we know it when we see it?
She's in it.
It's
so hard. Why do you have these things if you can't see?
It has to do with old books.
Oh man, Ashley. No, it's fine.
Is that too much?
You see the script before you actually end up filming it, and just kind of a second part to that question. We've seen like law enforcement shows kind of evolve over time, where they have a longer arc instead of having everything wrapped up in one episode. How do you like to watch shows like yours? Just a binge watching, or do you like to see it in whole?
I'm a binge watcher by nature. I shouldn't even say this, should I? I don't like commercials, but I don't. I want to be able to sit down and have like a theatrical experience with no breaks. So I tend to collect a number of things and then just plow through them. You know, and I mean, we get the first part of the question, we get our scripts like a week
in advance.
A week or more sometimes in advance. And read those before we, you know, so that we can flag anything up or, you know, if we need to prepare for something.
And how do you like to watch shows like yours? I mean, shows like yours that have, you know, an ongoing arc throughout the entire season instead of wrapping it in each episode?
I like to binge watch too. I mean, I think the streaming has just made that so easy nowadays. You can just kind of watch everything all at once. I mean, it's. But with this, I mean, we watch it live, but I prefer to watch things in a chunk, even if it's a procedural or it doesn't have, you know. But at least with this show, there is a, you know, a through line, kind of for all of us now, which is cool. I think if you were to pick up somewhere in the middle with this, you'd be so confused.
I'm not sure though, because it's like what they've been very clever at doing is each week there is another tattoo.
Yeah.
So
that, yeah.
You can jump on board and kind of work out, okay, this is going to lead to that, and you can watch that crime bit of it and enjoy that, even though you don't know all the other stuff. Like, well, who is she? Why doesn't she know what a bridge is? You know.
Ashley, I just wanted to ask real quick. I write for a Chinese website, and I don't know if you know, but Growing Pains was the first American show ever to air in China.
Heard that.
Yeah, and it brought in all the rest of the American shows that are there now. With the 30th anniversary, they just wanted me to ask, do you have any memories, any maybe comment about your time on Growing Pains? I know you were very young.
No, I was so young, but that was the first basically thing that I'd been a part of for you know, I did this whole movie before that, but you know, to be on a show and an established show at that time, I was so young, but it was such an amazing experience. And that cast, I still talk to some of the cast, and they're all just wonderful, wonderful people, and it was a great experience. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.